everyone, and welcome back to the Football Insider Gaming channel. I am Conor Bromley, and today we are going to get rid of Oliver Glasner as Crystal Palace manager. Of course, his future at the club has been under question recently. He said he isn't signing a new deal there, and of course they lost their most recent game in the Premier League against Sunderland, and Oliver Glasner was very quick after the game to sort of throw his 2 cents in and say that, you know, he felt like the club had been, well, were abandoning him and his team. So I thought it'd be interesting to ask Football Manager 2026 who they'd pick to put in charge of Crystal Palace to replace Glasner and how they get on. So we simulated 3 years of no Oliver Glasner at Crystal Palace to see how they did. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, please subscribe to the channel as well. But let's go to Selhurst Park and see what happens. Season 1 of no Oliver Glasner at Selhurst Park, and we see Crystal Palace finish 6th in the Premier League with 58 points, so a pretty good season overall, just 3 points away from 5th place Newcastle, and yeah, comfortably having a strong season, which is kind of what, you know, Glasner and Palace were tipped to do in real life this year. A lot of people thought they could even break into the top 4 if things went their way, but 6th in year 1. We'll have a look at year 2 now, and it looks like European football had a little bit of an impact. In fact, they just survived via 3 points. Fulham finished with 34, Palace finished with 37, so a disappointing second season, and, you know, far and away, you know, miles away from the heady heights of 6th the previous season. Let's see how the final campaign went, and Palace finished in 13th. So a really good season in year 1. Year 2 and year 3 not so successful. We'll have a look at the results, but let's see who the manager is now, and it's Patrick Vieira of all people. But let's see if they've had any other managers in this time. So Glasner, then it was Paddy McCarthy after Glasner was sacked. He lasted basically a season and a half, and then we saw Patrick Vieira take the job, which is, yeah, interesting. They have Patrick Vieira returning to Crystal Palace, with Paddy McCarthy is the manager that they went with initially. Right, let's have a look at the results. We'll go to season 1 and see how Palace got on. Did they do anything in the competitions? Well, they lost the Community Shield final against Liverpool, but in real life, of course, they did win that. And the Europa Conference League, looks like they got through against Strasbourg, which is pretty impressive to say the least. Also an opening day win against Chelsea away from home. A 1-0 win here against Sunderland. Yeah, trading some wins and losses here and there. Win in the Conference League against FC Midtjylland. A draw with Viking. A draw with Arsenal away as well. 2-2. Mateta bagging 2 goals. A win against Sigma Olomouc, I believe is how you say that. A win here against Lausanne as well. So it looks like the Conference League is going pretty well, in a really good period here, November, December, lots and lots of wins. A win in the FA Cup 3rd round against Yeovil, so better than that defeat against Macclesfield. And we'll keep going through here. FA Cup 4th round out against Liverpool, and FC Midtjylland knocked Palace out of the Europa Conference League in the last 16. It looks like the end of the season, so some pretty bad form for this Palace team. Yeah, lots of defeats. This is 1, 2, 3, 4... 8 defeats in the final 9 games in all competitions, so not a good period, and just 1 win after the 11th of February in the league, which came against Leeds United at home. So a really disappointing end to the season. Let's have a look at the following campaign and see what happens. An opening day defeat against Liverpool 4-0, though down to 10 men for most of the match. Manchester United a defeat here, a win against Wolves, first one of the season, knocking Birmingham out of the Carabao Cup, and a disappointing start in the Europa League. Win against Panathinaikos though, and a win against Bayer Leverkusen, which is nice. So Europa League form looks like it is going pretty well, which is nice. A win against Brøndby, a win against Arsenal here, 2-1 as well. But yeah, lots of inconsistency, lots of defeats here. Back to back against Manchester United, 4-0 in the FA Cup, 2-0 in the 2-0 in the FA Cup, 4-0 in the Premier League, and 2 send-offs in both games. Cristianis Uche sent off in the first minute of that one, which is pretty disappointing. And yeah, we'll keep going through. It looks like Europa League, though, went pretty well. Round of 16, though, out against Trabzonspor. 3-1 defeat and then a 3-2 win. 90th minute goal, which is what eventually knocks them out. And yeah, there we go. We'll keep going through here. It looks like these wins at the end of the season was pretty much what kept Palace up because they were close to the relegation. So 3 wins out of 4 towards the end of the season, and then some disappointing results at the end of the season against Newcastle, Aston Villa and Brentford. Right, let's have a look at the final campaign, see how Palace got on. A really difficult start of the season. Liverpool, Man City and Newcastle begin not nice at all. A win here against Nottingham Forest, though, first of the season. A win away at Bournemouth, so a little decent run of form here, unbeaten run. A 4-0 win at home against Brentford is nice as well. A win here against Wolves, but yeah, definitely not looking as strong in this season. 2-0 win against Huddersfield in the FA Cup, but knocked out against West Ham 3-2 at home, which is pretty disappointing. And the form towards the end of the season, much like the previous seasons, generally ending the season pretty badly overall. So there we see a couple of wins here in the final 4 months of the season. A one against Brighton and a one against Ipswich Town. Okay, let's have a look to see what was done in the transfer market. So we'll go to season 1, see if anything was spent. And Yeremy Pino, who obviously is on loan there. JD Canvot came in from Toulouse. Demirovic comes in from Stuttgart. Chris Furich comes in from Stuttgart as well. Renan Lodi came in as a free agent. And in terms of sales, nothing major there. Second season, Nico Williams comes in from Nottingham Forest. Uche comes in from Getafe, turning his deal into a permanent. Demirovic comes in from Stuttgart after his loan deal. That becomes a permanent. Ben Christen comes in from Norwich. Furich, his loan move is turned into a permanent. And Oliver Protsgaard comes in from Selezzi, which I think on the game, it's an Italian team. It might be Lazio. In terms of outgoings, Renan Lodi, it was a free transfer he leaves, but other than that, nothing of note. And in this final season, we see Dennis Undav comes in from Fulham for 34.5 million. Kepa coming on loan as well. Nicolas Dominguez also comes in from Nottingham Forest. And Demirovic goes to Hertha Berlin. And that's pretty much all the main ones ticked off. Nico Williams leaves to go to Sporting Lisbon, and Roman Esse goes to MK Dons on loan. So clearly hasn't panned out for him. Let's have a look at the Palace team though and see who are the best players in this Palace side. So Yeremy Pino is the most valuable player. No surprises there. And his stats overall, first season 10 goals, 6 assists, second season 12 goals, 4 assists, and this past season 10 goals, 7 assists. So Yeremy Pino is been a pretty solid player. Adam Wharton, no shocks there. He is also a big player in this Palace team, and he's played pretty much 49 games in season 1, 39 in season 2, and 35 in season 3. So Adam Wharton still looking like a very solid player. Ismail Yassar, who they bought a couple of seasons ago. He has also been a good player. 10 goals, 9 assists in season 1, 9 goals, 7 assists in season 2, and 7 goals this past season. So still looking like a good player, despite now turning 30. Uche, who they have on loan in this current campaign. 8 goals, well, 11 goals, 1 assist in season 1, 7 goals, 3 assists in season 2, and 4 goals, 2 assists in season 3. So a little bit of a regression there. And yeah, it looks like this Palace team, Mateta, who at this point is 30 years old, and looks like he's turned into a little bit of a fringe player. Season 1, he scored 12 goals, season 2, 13, and then this past season, just the 2 starts, 16 substitute appearances, so not very good, and 3 goals. So he is clearly the number 2 choice here at the club, which is, yeah, surprising to say the least. So there we go. That is this Crystal Palace team. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. Please also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this as well. They'll be coming up soon. So we'll catch you again in the near future.